it's more important for a person to think that they are right about hair loss than to actually be right about hair loss. Let me say that one more time. Let's totally soak this in. It's more important for a person to think that they are right about hair loss than to actually be right about hair loss. Where did I come up with that? Well, I was reading the comments of the video that spawned this one. So the prequel to this video is called "Anything You Believe About Hair Loss is True in Your Mind." And I made that video and it's very important, and it's definitely, it shows you some insight on the whole concept of why I rebooted this channel. There are certain rules that I am going by now that I didn't before. Things that in theory might even help the channel grow to where it was before, but now that I'm closer to 5,000 subscribers, I'm realizing I sort of need to shift gears a little bit, take this in a different direction, so I'm more relatable to a larger number of people. And so I was looking at the comment section of the video that I just mentioned. Anything you believe about hair loss is true in your mind. And our great friend Stormy Ascent, who's actually taught me a lot about life this year. Here's what Stormy Ascent, he replied to my video saying this, quote, "Relativism. If everybody is right and I say you're wrong about everybody being right, then it's contradictory. Also, if everybody is right to begin with, what do you have to offer to anybody who already has got it right? I'm simply rephrasing Plato. I think you might want to think this through privately in your own time." End quote. So thank you for that. But my response to that is ultimately, it's more important for people to believe that they are right about hair loss than to actually be right. So when I am making this statement in the last video and I'm saying anything you believe about hair loss is true in your mind, you know, the key phrase there is in your mind. If all these people think that they're right, I want to allow that story in their mind to continue, because it keeps things more open-minded for me as the host of this channel. Let me give an example. So there are rules now that I'm doing my best to abide by as I've rebooted this channel. And one of those is I used to defend my beliefs and myself more. Now I'm not so interested in that. So for example, it used to be, and well, I guess it probably still is, people who are new to the channel will leave comments like, "You're so obsessed with your hair loss, get over it, man." So in their mind, they think that I'm actually obsessed about hair loss. The old Nick would have been like, I would give them all the reasonable, rational reasons that I'm not actually obsessed with hair loss. Now, I just kind of smile and nod. If they believe that, let them to believe that. You know, lots of people still believe, "Nick, you should get a hair transplant. You should take Propecia." So now I'm just kind of smiling and nodding, because in their mind, that's what I should do. I should give them hope that maybe I'll do that so that I can do the thing that they want to see. So, I used to debate people who openly disagree with me. And now I'm just kind of smiling and nodding and not saying anything back, because I know, like I said in another video, identity protective cognition means that if you believe something very strongly, anything I say that goes against it only reinforces what you already believe, and it backfires on me. So I think I'm a more likable, relatable host of this channel if I do not rebuttal people on their beliefs, even if they're towards me, and if they think that I'm obsessed with hair loss or need Propecia or hair transplant or whatever, finasteride, whatever it is. I'm just leaving it open-ended, like, maybe you're right. Maybe I should. And something else new in this channel that I'm focusing more on is people have been wanting to know how to actually deal with their hair loss, not just psychologically, but physically. What do they do? So now I'm presenting more options. I'm presenting more products because people ask for that. And here's what I've learned so far. And it hasn't even been a whole week that I've rebooted this channel, but here's what I've learned. In general, the number of videos have either doubled or tripled what they were before my reboot. More people are watching these videos because now I'm more relatable and relevant. But it's all based on this concept that I'm allowing people to believe they're right about hair loss, because that's more important to them, that they think that they're right, than them actually being right. Anything that they believe about hair loss is true in their own mind, So I'm going to let that be the case. What are your thoughts on that? Because I think the channel is a little bit better now that I made that change in narrative. What do you think?